All right, let's get going. Welcome to our chair yoga class, part of our Grow with GoGo series. Before we get moving, just a quick reminder of what else GoGo offers. So in addition to these classes, you can access rides, meals, groceries, medication delivery, and home services, all by calling one number. And that phone number is 855-464-6872. We also have a referral program. So at the bottom of your GoGo receipts, there is a code. If you give that code to a friend, once they've taken their first service with GoGo, you will both get $30 in credit. So that's new. It used to only be $10 and now it's 30. So it's a pretty big jump in kind of benefit. So definitely worth it if you have a friend who would benefit from GoGo. We also have a Facebook page, so if you ever want to continue any of our conversations online or just see how other people are using GoGo, you can find us on Facebook, and we'll share a link to our page in the chat. If we haven't met, I'm Aedra. I teach the yoga and the functional fitness classes here at GoGo on Wednesdays and Fridays. Let's see, what do we need today? So today's chair yoga, this class is primarily all seated. We do stand usually for a few minutes, but that part is optional. All you need is a chair and your body. So I prefer a pretty sturdy chair without armrest just because it gives us some more mobility or more space to move. But if all you have is a chair with armrest, that's fine. If you have a rolly chair, then that's fine. But if you do have the option to be on a stationary chair, that's what I would pick. All right, we're Friday, so there is no move of the week. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. And we'll get going. So here my screen should pop up nice and big for you. If for some reason it didn't, you'll just have to adjust your settings. And the way you do that is you'll move your cursor towards the top right-hand corner of your Zoom screen, and a box will pop up that says View. If you pick Speaker View, you'll see me. If you pick Gallery View, you'll see everybody else. So just adjust that so that you are happy with what you're seeing. I'm going to adjust my screen. I think I lowered it a bit too much. Ah, there we go. Very nice. All right, go ahead and find your seat. Maybe rock a little side to side for a moment. Feel your sits bones grounding in your chair. And then find even weight on your sits bones. So those bones are pressing into your chair evenly right to left. And then begin to take some circles with your torso. So you're letting your entire torso move. Jaw is relaxed. And go ahead and circle the other way, really nice and gentle. And then finding center. Let's go ahead and inhale, gently lift the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, let the shoulders drop down. Now imagine that you have some helium balloons attached to the shoulders. Go ahead and keep going. And so they're feeling really buoyant. So as you inhale, a little bit more helium fills the balloons and the shoulders lift. And then as you exhale, the balloons start to let go of the helium, right? You're like piercing the balloon and slowly letting those shoulders drop down. So feeling this sense of buoyancy as you lift and lower those shoulders. Just moving in a range that feels good to your body. So just a reminder that this is your time and your practice. So if at any point you need to modify or add something or subtract something, please feel free to do so. Listen to your body, make this work for you today. Let's go ahead and start to do some shoulder circles. Let's do some gentle shoulder rolls forward. And you can do this as fast or as slow as you'd like. So you're drawing little circles with your shoulders and trying to maintain some of that sense of buoyancy in the shoulders as you do this. And then take those shoulder circles back. And again, same thing. We're drawing those nice circles with the shoulders, but there's that sense of lightness in the shoulders. but they're sort of floating around as they move. And then go ahead and let those shoulders drop and close the eyes or soften your gaze to the ground. Let the jaw relax. And just pause here and notice what your body is feeling. So taking stock, noticing maybe any aches and pains in the body. Noticing areas where maybe you don't have a sense of what you feel. And then also areas that are very comfortable. So just taking stock of your physical body right now. There's no need to change anything. You're just noticing. And then checking in mentally, noticing what thoughts are present, if you're in the past or in the future. And then also checking in emotionally, seeing if there are any feelings present. And then take a moment to set an intention for your practice. So if there's anything you'd like to cultivate or honor, you can set that for yourself. So maybe it's some calm or flexibility, ease, peace, whatever it is, set that for yourself now. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Feel free to keep your eyes closed, or if you prefer, you can open them. Begin to very slowly and very gently rotate the head no. So you're just very gently turning right and left. And then as you're ready, you'll gently nod the head yes, looking up and down. And you can go as slow or as fast as you'd like. So everything I offer is a suggestion. You're encouraged to adjust it to work for your body today. Go ahead and bring the head back to center. You'll bring your right ear towards the right shoulder. So a little side stretch of the neck. And then other ear to shoulder. Again, ear to shoulder, first side. And ear to shoulder, second side. Let's do that one more time. First side. And second side. Coming back to center. Let's inhale, pull the chest forward and the elbows back. So we're moving into a cow and a cat seated. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, curve your spine. I'll give you a side view here. So we inhale, pull the chest forward, elbows back. And then exhale, round the back, arms can reach forward towards the knees. So keep going here at your own pace. And go ahead and bring yourself back to center. Let your arms rest by your side. And we'll move into some side bending here. So reaching one arm downward, bring yourself to center, and then other arm down and center. So keep going here. So you can go at your pace. So really don't worry about my speed. You can go faster, you can go slower. Listening to your body, every day is different. We need different things on different days. Maybe noticing if one side feels more flexible than the other. Go ahead and bring yourself back to center. We'll go into a little bit of twisting. So we'll rotate the spine one direction as you inhale, and then rotate the spine the other way as you exhale. You can go again as fast or as slow as you'd like. Great, and then next time you're twisted one direction, we'll go ahead and hold. So just holding the twist, arms can rest anywhere. Take a few deep breaths here. And then go the other way, twist, and again, hold. And back to center. Let's go ahead and interlace those fingers and push the palms forward, just giving yourself a little forearm stretch here and a hand stretch. If it's too much to have the hands up, they can always go down. That's totally fine. 3 more breaths. And then releasing the arms. Let's bend the elbows, palms face up. Like you're holding 2 plates, 1 plate per hand. We don't want to tip it over. We don't want to throw it in our face. We don't want to drop it on the ground. So our elbows are bent 90 degrees. We're holding 2 plates or 1 plate per hand. We'll inhale, externally rotate the arms. So the rotation's happening at the shoulders. The palms face up. The bend stays at 90 degrees. Don't drop the plates. And then exhale, hands come forward again. So we inhale, externally rotate, thumbs reach back. Don't let the plates touch your shoulders or fall to the ground, and then bring them back. Keep going at your own pace. So again, don't worry about my speed or anybody else's speed. Just move at your own pace here, keeping those elbows close to your side as you go. So we're maintaining that same bend. We're really trying to just rotate that upper arm bone in the shoulder socket. The shoulder blades will also move a little bit, and that's okay. But we're trying to avoid this. It's not that, right? That's then you lose a lot of the stretch. You want to keep those elbows bent and close to your rib cage the entire time. Next time the elbows are out to the, the hands are out to the side, elbows close to your side. So you're still at that 90-degree bend. Let's hold. Thumbs are reaching back, actively hold. 2 more breaths, ribs are relaxed. And then flip those palms to face forward. And now we'll bend our elbows more to create a W shape with our hands or with our arms. We'll inhale, reach those arms up, and then exhale, bend the elbows, find that W shape. If you want to add the hands, inhale, spread the fingers, reach the arms up. Exhale, make fists as you bend your elbows into the W. Keep going at your own pace. Maybe one more. Great, let's let those arms relax and we'll move into our feet. Let's move into some alternating heel raises. So toes stay down, balls of the feet stay down. So the front third of the foot stays on the ground as you lift and lower your heels. Really moving through the ankle range of motion. You can continue like this. Or if you'd like, we'll move into some marching. So you'll lift one foot off the ground and then the other. So either you're doing the heel raises or now your marching knees come up. Let's slowly start to march wider and wider with our feet. So we're just slowly taking our legs out to the side. All right, and then you'll pause once your legs are sort of at their maximum out to the side. You can also shuffle the feet out if that feels better. And then make sure your feet are on the ground. If your feet are not on the ground, you need to adjust how you're positioned. So maybe your feet need to be more narrow. Maybe you need to move forward or back on your chair. You just want to make sure that your feet are steady on the ground. Knees are tracking along the same line as those toes. So just watch that the knees don't knock in and fall in like I'm showing here. That's not what we want. We want those knees lining up with those toes. Knees stay out the whole time, but of course you can make this more narrow. Let's lean to the right, so I'll mirror you here, placing that right hand on your right thigh. You can start there and begin to bend that right elbow. Feel free to stay with that. If you have an armrest, you could put your forearm on the armrest, or you could also put your forearm on your leg. We're looking to find some stretch here along the left side of the body. Depending on how you're feeling today, maybe you stay here with your left arm down, or your left arm could go out to the side or up to the ceiling, all the way overhead. Side stretch, nice deep breaths. Go ahead and release the arm, lift yourself up, pause for a moment, just notice what's going on right to left. And then we'll go to the other side. Lean to the left hand on your leg. You could have your elbows straight or bent. Forearm could find your armrest or your leg. So you have lots of options in your positioning. Your hips try and stay down in the chair. Make sure, again, those knees are following the same line as the feet. That free arm can stay down, can go out to the side, up to the sky, or overhead. Find what feels good, right? Every day is different. You want to listen to your body. Do what feels good today for you. And go ahead and lift yourself back up. Gently bring your legs back together. And windshield wiper those knees side to side, just sort of letting them sway. We'll go into a hamstring stretch next. I'll go sideways just so you can see better. You don't need to move. So we'll stretch the right leg forward in front of us. So we have a straight right leg and a bent left knee. We'll just start first by pointing and flexing that right foot, just moving through the ankle. Then next time the toes are up to the ceiling, we'll pause. Inhale, lean a little forward. Feel the stretch intensify along the back of the right leg. Then exhale, sit tall, back away from the stretch. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, back off. Keep going, follow your breath. And then whenever you're ready, you'll hold the stretch. So that can be in any position. That could be sitting tall. That could be leaning forward. Maybe you bring your left forearm to your thigh for a little extra support. Your right hand can find your knee. So whatever's comfortable to hold the stretch. Feel free to do whatever you'd like with your head and neck. Unclench the jaw. Let the muscles of the face relax. And go ahead and lift yourself back up. Rebend your knee. Gently sway those knees side to side. And we'll switch sides. So left leg stretches forward in front of you. Straight left leg, bent right knee. Let's point and flex the foot. Pops and cracks are totally fine. Next time your toes are facing up to the ceiling, we'll go ahead and pause. We'll inhale, lean forward, feel the stretch intensify. Exhale, sit up, back away from the stretch. Inhale as you lean forward. Exhale as you back off. Keep going, again, at your own pace. And then as you're ready, we'll hold the stretch. So that could be sitting tall. That could be leaning forward, supporting yourself on your hands. You could also bring your forearm to your thigh or your left hand to your leg. Feel free to do whatever feels good on the head and neck. Go ahead and lift yourself back up. Rebend your knee. Gently windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then let's go ahead and come to stand. So our standing part of class is very brief. If you don't want to stand, stay seated, do a few stretches there. You could do some neck stretches or some shoulder rolls. Feels good. If you are up for standing, go ahead and come behind your chair. So somewhere so you can hold on to. I'm sideways so you can see better. You can just keep facing your screen. We'll step the right foot back behind us. So right foot behind us. All 10 toes are facing forward. Both feet are flat on the ground. So as you step that back foot behind you, make sure the heel stays on the ground. Your feet are going to be anywhere from 1 to 3 feet apart. It just depends on the length of your legs. And then go ahead and bend that front knee. So our front knee is bent, our back leg is straight. All 10 toes are facing forward. Your jaw is soft. So you'll probably feel some kind of calf stretch or stretch along the lower back of that back leg. Then go ahead and straighten out the front leg. So now we have 2 straight legs, and begin to bend the elbows, leaning your torso forward until you feel a stretch along the back of the front leg. Think about keeping your spine nice and long, so you're not trying to curve the spine. We're trying to keep the spine long as you hinge forward. Go ahead and lift your torso back up, rebend that front knee, step forward, back foot meets the front, and then we switch sides. So left leg steps back. Again, all 10 toes face forward. Feet are anywhere from 1 to 3 feet apart. We bend the front knee. Back leg is straight, back heel is touching the ground. Shoulders are soft. Breath is smooth. Go ahead and straighten out that front leg. So now we have 2 straight legs. Hinge forward at the hips. You can bend those elbows. Hands or forearms can rest on the back of your chair. We're looking now for a hamstring stretch somewhere along the back of the front leg. Nice, relaxed jaw, smooth breath. And then lift your torso up, rebend the front knee and step forward. Let's do one more stretch here in standing. We'll go into an upside down L position or a chair dog. So you'll place your hands on the back of your chair and walk yourself back until you create an upside down L-like position. So your ankles are underneath your hips, but if you need to, you can bend those knees. Your torso is moving towards parallel to the earth, but it's totally okay to have your torso somewhat lifted. Find what works for you, couple of deep breaths. Lifting up, walk yourself forward. And let's go ahead and come back to our seat. So coming back to the chair. Let's go into some cat-cow again, but we're gonna add some arms. So earlier we were doing cat-cow with the hands resting on our legs. This time we'll let our arms move. So as you inhale, lift the chest, open the arms out to the side. And then exhale, round your back and give yourself a hug. Tuck your tail, wrap your arms around your body. I'll give you a side view as well. So moving at your own pace here, you can alternate which arm goes on top as you hug yourself. Go ahead and bring yourself back to center. Let your arms relax for a moment. Few shoulder rolls forward. Again, feeling that buoyancy as you circle. And a few shoulder rolls back. Great. And then let's go ahead and bend the elbows. We're going to find eagle arms or a hug. So we'll bring that right elbow over the left. And either you can have the elbows nestled and the hands separated, or the elbows nestled, the hands touching, or reach for the shoulders, give yourself a hug. So any of those, totally fine. We'll gently twist the spine one way and then the other way, nice and slow. Just a few times. Then coming back to center, take note of which arm is on top. Go ahead and switch. So other elbow on top. And again, hands can be separated with the elbows nestled, hands can touch, or you can hug yourself reaching for the shoulders. Same exact thing. We twist one way and then gently twist the other way. Take your time. And come to center. Release the arms. Couple shoulder rolls forward. And shoulder rolls back. Great, let the shoulders relax. We're gonna do a tiny bit of eye yoga. So that means we're just gonna be moving our eyes in certain ways. If this causes dizziness, you can skip it, do a few other stretches, maybe do some neck stretches instead. If you're okay with it, we're gonna reach one arm forward in front of us. I like to take the thumb out. So the thumb's gonna go, it's so funny, Zoom, when it sees me do a thumbs up, it's gonna do a little emoji thumbs up. So take your arm forward in front of you at a thumbs up. I'm going to give you just a side view so you can see. We want the thumb to be about at the height of the space right between the eyes or just below. Just watch that you're not too low or too high. You're about just between the eyes or just below that. Kind of bridge of the nose / between the eyebrows. From there, you're going to keep your eyes on your thumbnail. Slowly move that thumb towards you. You're going to let your eyes stay focused on your thumbnail. You can bring the thumb as close to your face as you'd like, as long as your thumb doesn't turn into 2 or get blurry. If it does, that's your maximum point. So you won't take the thumb closer to you. And then slowly bring the thumb out. And again, you're trying to ensure that your thumb stays clear and doesn't turn into 2. So you're going to just slowly bring the thumb in and out as you follow it with your eyes. So this is called accommodation, when the eyes move towards each other or sort of towards center to focus on something that is closer to you. And again, if it starts to get blurry, you stop. Don't go further. Or if it turns into 2, you stop. This can sometimes be hard if you wear glasses, so if you feel like it's better or easier without glasses, you can do that. Sometimes the frames can obstruct your view. Great. Next time your thumb is forward, pause, lower the arm for a moment. Just give your arm a break. You can switch arms if you'd like or stick to the same arm. Now we're going to move up and down and then side to side. Last bit of eye yoga. So we're just going to move our thumb up and you're going to follow it with your eyes and then move the thumb down and follow it with your eyes. Doesn't need to be a huge range. Just keep your eyes on that single point of the thumbnail. Noticing if there are spots where you have a hard time keeping focus. Bring the thumb back to center and then we go side to side. So you follow the thumb to the right and the left. Again, making sure that thumb height is about that same height as we wanted for the accommodation. So kind of between the eyebrows or a little bit lower. Great. And then go ahead and let that go. Let the arms relax. Close the eyes for a second. Just sort of let yourself reset. Take a deep breath. Blink open the eyes. I'm going to leave that alone. And we're going to move into our hips, going into a figure 4. So lots of options here. Option 1, we cross the right ankle over the left ankle, and you'll let your knee open out to this side. Option 2 would be to take that right foot and place it on a low stool or a couple of pillows. That lift in height should give you more sensation in that glute area. Option 3 would be to bring that foot up over the thigh. Now, if you're really close to this option, but not quite, there are a couple things you can do to make this easier. You could sit onto something higher, so sit on a higher stool, or sometimes like the armrest of the couch. So my couch is a little higher than the chair, so that would help. You could sit some cushions underneath you to lift yourself higher. It's totally fine for your knee to be up, right? It does not need to be parallel to the earth. You can find whatever position works for you there. So again, feel free to have your foot on a lower surface, maybe like a coffee table height or a stool, or have the ankles crossed. And then start to take some circles with your torso. So as you circle, just noticing any changes in stretch. Go ahead and gently circle the other way. And then feel free to hold the stretch. So you're going to find a spot that feels good for your body to hold the stretch. Now there can be a lot of different positions that is. Today for me, leaning straight forward feels good, but some days leaning out to the side feels good, or leaning back, or just sitting upright. So whatever position feels good, go ahead and hold that. Two or three more breaths. Jaw is relaxed. Go ahead and bring yourself back to center. If you're leaning in any direction, undo your legs, shake them off. And we'll switch sides. So this time, left ankle crosses over the right. Let the knee open out to the side. That's option 1. Option 2, you prop your foot up onto something, a couple of pillows, a low stool, a coffee table, whatever you have with that same rotation. Or you can bring your foot up over the thigh. And again, if you're really close to getting your foot over the thigh, but not quite, sit up onto something higher. Give yourself a little extra support. That knee can always be somewhat lifted. That's totally fine. Once you've found your position, start to take those circles with your torso. Circle the other way if you haven't already. And then whenever you'd like, find a spot where you'd like to hold the stretch. And that can be anything. That could be sitting tall, that could be leaning forward or to one side, or a little combination of something, a little back into the side, whatever feels good to hold the stretch. Smooth out your breath. Go ahead and lift the torso up. If you've shifted, come back to center, shake it off. All right, let's go ahead and find center. Find a comfortable seated position. So you can stay forward, sitting tall, or you could lean back into your back rest now. Go ahead and close the eyes and maybe let one hand come to your abdomen and the other to your chest. And tune into your breathing. So sometimes it helps to have your hands resting on the body to feel the movement of the breath. Seeing if you can feel movement underneath your palms as you breathe. Once you have a sense of that movement, you are welcome to keep your hands there. But if you prefer, you can let your hands rest on your lap and take the next minute to just observe the movement of your breath. So no control, just noticing. And now allow your breath to slow down just a little bit, finding slightly deeper inhales and longer exhales. Then bring your palms to touch in front of your heart. Check back in with your intention if you set one. And then take a moment to thank yourself for taking time to take care of your mind and your body. Namaste. Thank you everyone so much for joining. A pleasure as always. We have some time now if anyone has any questions. So questions about class. So either our yoga or functional fitness class. If you have GoGo questions, the best thing to do is to email GoGo directly.
I don't think I've ever introduced myself. I'm Doug from Connecticut.
Hey, Doug, I've seen you many times,
Yeah.
but I'm glad you've fully introduced yourself. Okay, in Connecticut. Awesome.
Do we have Alice? I'm Alice from Richmond, California.
Awesome, Alice. I'm in California too.
Richmond, California.
Do we have a word for the day?
A move, no move of the day or of the week because we are Friday, only on Wednesdays. But good checking in because I often forget. So I need reminders. Great, some nice messages here in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Yes, have a great weekend. And if you're ready to go, you can totally pop off, but I'll hang out for a couple minutes if anyone thinks of any questions.
This is Annette. I'm discovering which of my sides is stronger than the other.
Sorry, say that again, that one of your sides is stronger than the other?
Yes, more flexible and stronger than the other.
Yep. Yep. We are not
Bueno, Lisa.
symmetrical. So Annette was saying that she's noticing that one of her sides is stronger and more flexible than the other. Is that right, Annette?
Yes.
And what's interesting is we do things sort of the same throughout life, right? We always are driving on, well, at least in the United States, we're driving on one side of the road. We use our right leg on the foot. We often turn in certain ways. We sit in our favorite chair in our special way. So we just constantly kind of change the shape of our body by the things that we do every day. So it's quite typical for us to have one side that feels strong or more flexible.
I also understand that I focus better without my glasses than with my glasses.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you think it's because there's like more distraction when you can see well?
There must be. When I go to the doctor, I will point my optometrist, I will point that out.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Maybe it also, you know, when we close our eyes, sometimes we can feel what's going on in our bodies better. So I wonder if it's a bit of that. Well, great to have you as always. I always like hearing from you at the end of class too. So thanks for chatting for a bit. Well, I hope to see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.